Havana, Cuba. I don't know where to begin. Oh, man, I don't know where to begin. Imagine getting paid $6. $6. Imagine getting paid a month. Imagine getting paid $10 a month. Imagine getting paid $15 a month. What's the difference, man? A very little difference. What's the effect? A very big effect. When you've got rice here for 1 month's pay is the cost of rice. Bread, milk for your babies is the cost of 1 month's pay. How would it ever change? It needs to change. I hear that the government, the president, has got a private plane. You've got a private plane while your people are starving? This is your people, man. You basically run this nation based on the fact you solemnly swear to take the oath to pick up where people from the past, the government of the past, to look after your people, your nation, your country. And you've left these people starving. You've left these people like going out their mind, probably going crazy now, like, you know, because the psychiatric, the psychological effect that it has on your head is like absolutely enormous, man. It's enormous because you've just made your people, poor. You're just like, you've left them in the dump, man. I can't understand. I really can't understand. Like, every country, every government, every president, they all have bad sides and good sides. Some bad sides are more in your face. Like, a lot of people always, most likely, are quite negative about governments in country. It's human beings. This is how we are. We will say, yeah, he's okay, but, or yeah, she's okay, but. We'll always find the negative in it. We'll always find the flaw. Yeah, but why can't they do this for us? Or why haven't we got this, you know? Why? Now, at the end of the day, it's like, you protest, you speak, you bark about this. 15 years in jail, apparently. 15 years in jail. Who wants to risk that? So it's better to keep quiet. I've had some people here, they've come on camera, they've said what they said. Some of them haven't. Some of them said, nah. Well, they've not said that, but you can get that impression that they're under that kind of element of fear. It's kind of like, here's your dinner, shut up and eat it. China. What's the comparisons? No comparison, really. Other than the keep quiet and shut up and eat what you've been given to you type of thing. That's the only comparison. China's thriving. China's like everywhere. The influence is everywhere. The impact is everywhere. Chinese products, Chinese apps, Chinese technology, whatever. It just goes on and on and on and on. And China is meant to be the country that's basically at war with the US, in the sense of any day now it can happen. They can just, go at each other. But it's just threats. It's just threats for the public eye. Same with Russia. These countries, especially China and the US, they piggy bank off each other. It's a trade thing. It's business, nothing personal. So Cuba, where does that leave Cuba? Where does that leave Venezuela? Where does that leave these nations? It leaves them in the dump, man. It leaves them in the dump. It makes you feel sick. It makes me feel sick. Seeing the state of a beautiful, beautiful place. I mean, look at Havana. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at those beautiful palm trees and the Capitol building and the people. The people. They really won me over, They've won me over so much that I said if, but when I return, God willing, when I return, I want to return with products. I want to even, if it's possible, somehow just get donation. I don't even know how to do it, but people do it, where you get a charity, an organization, get people together, donate. Don't forget about Cuba. Don't forget about Cuba. Hell, that could even be the name of the organization. But the reason I say don't forget about Cuba is because it feels like it's been forgotten about. It feels like there's no hope here. It feels like there's no freedom here, in the sense of, you gotta take what you like. Why? Could you imagine? Okay, let's imagine this. Imagine in Europe. Let's give I don't know, which country should we give it? Let's give England as an example. Imagine all of a sudden something happened, some crisis, and people were without food, people were without electricity, people were without all sorts of basic necessities in today's day and age. How would you react? How would you deal with it? You'd protest, right? At least. That would be the least you would do. Before you start going crazy, you would protest. You would go out to the streets and you would let it be known what's going on. You would go crazy because you have that right to. Here they don't have that right to, man. It's gonna be like one of those situations where it's like I said, take it or leave it. This is all you're getting. So my question is, not that the president of Cuba is gonna see this. Hell, no one's probably gonna see this. Probably a few people, and that's that. It'll probably get lost in the shuffle somewhere. But my question is, if I could speak to the president face to face, how can you do this, man? How can you do this? How can you sleep at night? How do you feel good about it? How do you feel like this is something that you can live with? Something that you can live with. How? How can you live with yourself? I've even heard that the government, the president, even says, if you speak up against it, then he says to you, oh, you're going against the, be quiet, you can't go against the revolution, or you can't go against the Communist Party, or whatever the hell the term is. There's people here that are like standing outside bakeries, like big queues of people standing outside the bakery for bread. Because there's like very few bakeries here. This is Havana, by the way, as well, the capital. There's very few like things here, and the things here that they do have are expensive for Cubans, especially. For tourists, you got the euro, the US dollar, you're okay. Cubans, doctors are on wages that in England or in America, what you would earn in 1 hour for a minimum paid job, they're getting paid a month, man. A month. This girl I spoke to yesterday took some time out, bless her, to speak to me. I made a video of it. She broke it down to me, man. She broke it down to me. As she was telling me, you can see that sadness in her eyes. As she was telling me, she's like in her 20s. She's a single mom. She has to feed her kids, but how can she feed her kids when the price of milk is what she gets paid in a month? Imagine that. Imagine you're working. You're working, and you're working all month, and your pay equals to the price of milk. And milk, babies and kids, milk is quite important for them, right? From a nutritious perspective. Imagine that. You've waited all month, and now your salary, your monthly wage, has now gone on some milk. I don't know how the country is gonna recover like this. I think it's got a long way to go. I'm literally gonna pray for these people from today onwards. Keep them in my thoughts, in my prayers. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe what's happening here. I can't even be enthusiastic about it. I can't, because what's there to be enthusiastic? You can have hope, but normally I try to see the bright side, I mean, the bright side here is people getting on with it. They're inspirational. They're smiling. They're carrying on about their life. This guy here on the bike, he's going there. Look. He pedals that bike all day. He's one of many, by the way. That's like one of the so-called popular jobs out here, or the jobs that people can do with limited funds and education. Get on one of those bikes and cycle around the city with people. I've seen them looking like they're really struggling on those bikes, man. Sometimes you get 3 or 4 people in there, 3 or 4 people on those as passengers. Not even 3 or 4, like 1 or 2 people on those. And you see how slow they start to pedal because their legs, probably from the lack of energy and probably just the fact that they just like, haven't ate or anything like properly because they're starving out here. They basically like it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch them. You see them, trust me, the difference, like, it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. They basically are enthusiastic about it. Because when you speak to them, you see that sadness in them. But going back to that girl I spoke to yesterday, she basically like, she was making like light-hearted jokes about it, even not jokes, but she was like being enthusiastic about the situation, trying to play it like this is what it is and this is how it is. I asked her a question and it was kind of heartbreaking because she, some people, they don't get to travel, they never travel, they don't know anything else, They probably don't even like, they probably see things like on TV or on their phone nowadays, you can, but they just don't know, like, they just can't even imagine escaping this. Escaping this harsh reality. I wish something changes here. I hope something changes here. Although this is a so-called vacation for me, it feels like I don't even know what it feels like. It feels like a lesson, to be frank. It feels like a lesson of appreciation. Appreciation for my life, for my things, for the way of my life. The fact that, oh man, there's so much things that are like sad here. Medicine, struggling to get to the doctors because it's too. A lot of countries have issues with medical bills, but here it's like, how do you even? It's like I just said, man. To sum it all up is the fact that 1 month's pay can afford you like some milk. That says it all, man. That says it all. I think she said to me, yeah, I remember, I think she said to me, this girl said to me, $100, even $100 a month. What is that, man? What is $100 a month? If you have a family, if you have people here to, to feed and stuff. I feel for the people here. Said it numerous times. Gonna keep saying it. And I wish the best for Cuban people. If any Cubans are watching this video right now, I have the utmost respect for you. I have a lot of love and respect for you. And you guys are real heroes and amazing people to live like this. To carry on like this, to be strong like this, keep it up is all I can say, because that's all you can do. But pray and hope for change. Hope for change, man. There's always hope, man. You know? Hopefully they can overthrow this government, get rid of this scummy government trash. This government is absolutely trash from what I know right now, from what I see. It's obviously trash. I mean, who's living good out here? Bring a new government in, because you know, countries run off governments, don't they? So bring a new government in, someone that people can. I hope I see it in my lifetime. I hope to God I see it in my lifetime, where something happens overnight. Maybe not overnight, maybe in a couple of weeks, a month, slow progress, but overnight I wake up one day and I just see it. I just see it on my phone or something, that the government's changed, life is changing, people are changing, circumstances are changing, money is coming in, money is going out, people are, you know, trade is coming in, all of that stuff. Oh, and as I've been blaming Cuba for so long, or the government of Cuba, let's not forget about the United States of America. You're solely responsible for this too. Well, you're responsible for a lot of bad things, you guys. So let's just say this right now. You guys always want to be the big bad bullies. Your government, you want to, you know, especially with the current government, trying to go in and muscle in on so and so, and trying to take over this and take over that, and send all these threats and stuff. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you play a big part in this. Yes, you do. You've played a big part in many downfalls in many countries across the world. You continue to do so. You don't stop. It's this world domination thing that you have in your brain. This colonizing mentality where you just so infatuated or in love with just destroying things, invading things, stealing things, taking things, because you know best. Focus on making America great again, like you say. The damage is done. You're not even like, they're not even probably looking Cuba's way now. Like, it's just like a thing of the past. Forget about Cuba. Who cares, you know? Who cares? But yeah, man. It's one of those things right now where especially with places like America, if you don't play ball with them, they'll take you out. They'll take you out. They want to be the threat. They want to be the big dog in this fight. But at the end of the day, Cuba's still fighting for survival, fighting to be strong. Don't forget the messages of your great people that came in the past. You know, don't forget Che Guevara. Don't forget Che Guevara. He stood for something. He stood for something till the end, you know. True revolutionary. The revolution must continue. Cuba, stand strong, be strong, and don't give up.